Hello and welcome to a very special interview with a very special person. In the hot seat at the moment, India on the verge of playing one of its most important tournaments, the Olympic qualifiers. We were there in 16, we were there in 20, and she was there. Played a huge role in the Indian transformation and beating Australia. The Savita Punia saves to a large degree, backstage was done by her. So we all remember being in Tokyo and celebrating the team. Since then, we followed her very closely. Welcome, Janneke Schopman. Big tournament coming up. First thoughts. Wish you a very happy new year. Make it happier for us.
Thank you. Happy New Year to you too. I hope we will. It's an important 2 weeks coming up as of right now with preparation and then the tournament itself. And we're ready. We're excited, and of course the pressure's there. So we've had a lot of learnings from the last couple of months, and we're hoping that we are ready to go. Or I know we're ready to go, but you never know what the other teams will do.
You had a sort of a kind of exposure trip to Spain where you played some of the teams. Did that help? I mean, to get the team together, you had some close matches, but some important kind of experience and practice nonetheless.
Yeah, it was good that we were allowed to take 22 players there. We've had some injuries, unfortunately, and some more experienced players not being able to play and participate as well in Spain. But the good news is that we have a lot of young talent, and they got the opportunity there, and they will get the opportunity here. And I'm excited, and I know they can play good hockey, and we're going to show our best. But Spain was really helpful in that respect because we've seen a lot of Asian teams. We haven't seen so much of the Western style of hockey in the last couple of months. So that's why the Spain tournament was really important to go back to that, different style of play. So we are more acquainted to it.
Coach, when I see the number of teams and the teams that are coming here, the quality, maybe Germany is just a tad higher than and most of the other teams. But when I look at the rest of the draw, I think we can take out any of the other teams. I mean, am I right in that assessment? Am I being pragmatic there?
Yeah, I think so. I think the last couple of years have shown tightly contested matches with the majority of the teams. I think what we have done in the last years is proven that we're a good team and we're getting closer to the top of women's hockey. At the same time, you see New Zealand, United States, Germany's there, Japan's there, all these teams, Chile, that we've seen in the last couple of years. Are we the better team? Maybe on paper, but you also know as well as I do that these games are something different. I think there'll be tightly contested matches, whereas maybe in the past you'd say, Germany is a little bit better than the rest. And I think, other than that, it's anyone's game. But I feel like, we're good enough to compete and actually to beat these teams.
You used the word pressure once, playing at home, Olympic qualifiers, lot riding. Both of us know that, there's been a lot of talk about other things as well. How much pressure? I mean, and how do you deal with such pressure, which is both, on and off the field? Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I think, on the field, for me, I know what I'm doing, and I think the girls know what we're doing as a staff, as a team. We had some tough lessons, and that's how life works. And the only thing what I really hope will happen is that we've learned those lessons and that we show up to play. And that's really the only wish I have, is that we play to our potential, we play to our strengths. I know the crowd will support us tremendously, and I want just to leave it all out there. And then I can't predict outcomes. That's just not how it works. But I do know that if we can do that, then I also will try to enjoy it. I must say the Asian Champions Trophy was a great experience for me as a coach, for the first time coaching in India. I have never experienced something like that, and I must say it's a fantastic experience to feel that crowd standing behind us. And I think it's something that we can use and something we need also in this tournament to maybe push us through those difficult moments. And as for pressure, it's life, right? So I've chosen this job. I've chosen to be a coach at the highest level. It is what it is. And I know I can deal with pressure. I was able to do it as a player. I can do it as a coach. The same I say to the players, the pressure's there, the thoughts will be there, the feelings will be there. Just have to play, and you have to find a strategy to enjoy it and to just work hard and go for it.
You mentioned the crowd. When I look at hockey in Ranchi, the entire stadium will be chock-a-block blue. They will back the team in a critical moment. That extra 15,000 people shouting, and all of us cheering. My journalists will be there. All of us. The whole vibe will be for you and Savita and Vandana and the rest of the girls. How important is that? The fact that the whole country will be behind you, and there in the stadium will be the tricolor backing you every second.
Yeah, I think, people look at it different, and some people will say, oh, maybe it puts extra pressure on your team and maybe on you. It actually doesn't, I feel like, and I said to the girls also, when you're a player and when you're a coach also, this is where you want to play. I've played some hockey myself at home, which is a great experience, playing hockey in the Netherlands. I've played hockey in Argentina, and women's hockey in Argentina is the same. It's just this great experience. And I think that's what this is too. And I said to the girls also, just embrace it, enjoy it. It's this, there's this thing, oh, everyone is watching, and that can be scary. But at the same time, you know what? Just have a go, because this, are the unique moments in your career that you can play in front of your home crowd, and just put it all out there. Because I think the only thing people want is to see that you try, that you fight, and you keep trying. And that's what we're about as a team. We don't give up, and we will never give up, and we'll fight till the end.
Brilliant. Exactly what one wants to see and hear. I mean, my friend Sachin Tendulkar says that pressure, you can deal with it in two ways. One, it is on top of you, then it will pull you down, it will push you down. One, it is behind you, it will push you forward. In India, if we take the pressure behind us, it will push us forward and we'll get the best out of us. So that's his way. And the other description of pressure, it's like air. Too much of pressure is like hurricane, right? It'll get you killed. Too little, your lungs will find it difficult to breathe and you might die. But optimum pressure, you will thrive. So that's the balance that one needs to strike. I teach my students academically that this is how you deal with pressure. Anyway, last couple of questions. One, Savita, I know you and Savita bond very, very well. Whether it is in Tokyo, where she gave you a lot of credit when I spoke to her, she's a dear friend of mine, and now, as the leader of this team, a word on Savita and Vandana. Vandana, for example, the multiple 100 matches and celebration, and the way she too has evolved in her career. Real leaders in the dressing room, not simply captain, vice captain, but there's a difference between captain and leader, and these two are leaders. Thoughts?
Yeah, I think, all the players are evolving, and that is kind of my job as a coach, but that is also my desire as a coach, that these girls, become more, learn more about themselves, develop themselves into leaders, into women that know what they want and how they want to do it, who they are and how they want to present themselves. And I think Savi is just an example of a great athlete that is taking her responsibility, and someone that wants to be better, who wants to learn, who is open to new things, is able to look critically at herself, and is quite aware of where her strengths are, but also where her weaknesses lie, and is not afraid to show them. And I think that is something pretty special, especially I would say in India, where people tend to show more of an outward self that is not necessarily representing the inner self. And look, I value every player the same way, and I think she needs to stop the ball. She knows that, but she is someone that I think is authentic and true to herself, and that is really something that I appreciate in her. As with Vandana, she has found her own way as well, and that's something that is, something we're gonna miss. I'm sure. I don't know if you heard, but she broke her cheekbone, so unfortunately, she's now not gonna be here. But Vandana has this incredible energy, and even now she's sending us messages and saying, "We believe in you. We fight for you." And she has this indomitable spirit, in my opinion.
I think we should get her. We should get her to the stadium to cheer the girls. It helps.
Yeah. Well, who knows? And I already told her and Sushila also, and the people that are back in Bangalore and preparing some of the girls are preparing for hockey fives. I said, you guys send us the motivational cheer on videos, because, you know, they do have that energy about them. And we know that, though. So we know they are supporting. We know they're there. Yeah, like I said, it's always, you know, you don't want her to miss out. I don't want any player to get injured. It's the worst thing that can happen to you. At the same time, we're a team, and I think we have backup, and we have people that for someone a door closes, for others it opens. And yeah, I'm excited to see where we are. But you're right. I think you know, the energy is something that needs to be contagious, and we need to bring it.
Final question. I mean, before the Asian Games, I know there was a bit of a talk about a mental conditioning person to support you. Didn't have that. The men had, the women didn't. And I've written about it. I thought there should have been someone. And I am not here to get you into any kind of controversy. Not my intention whatsoever. But since you had a mental conditioning person, has that helped? Will that help in a tournament like this?
Yeah, I'll be super honest. For me, it helps. You know, Peter is coming, and it helps me. You know, he's just this very calming presence. I've known him for a long time, and that is also why I don't just want to work with anyone. I trust him. He understands me. He is honest with me. He gives me feedback that I need to hear, where others might be hesitant to tell me. I think the girls responded really well to him. I think it's just different to be able to open up to someone and have that ability to just maybe share your whatever it is that you want to share without judgment. I think that is what his main strength is. He's very calm, he listens very well, and he just has a way of, you know, explaining himself. He's very authentic as well. And like, we've practiced a lot of mindfulness, and even Ankita, my assistant coach, will say it's not that he's doing something different in mindfulness that I might do with the team, but it's just his presence that I think will definitely help us. And like I said, it definitely helps me, because it's someone that I can rely on to give me the feedback that I need to be the best that I can be for the team. I know I'm not playing. I know they have to do it, and I trust that they can, but I need to be in my best form to help them to be the best they can be.
Excellent. I'll leave it at that, Coach. All I will say is all of India will be watching, and all of India will be praying and backing you. I know coaching the Indian team isn't easy. There is a lot of politics. There's a lot of extraneous pressure. And all that is part of sport, high performance elite sport in any country. You have been there at the highest level and won many accolades. So this is not new to you. All I will say is there is also a constituency that will back you in good and bad, which includes myself. So forget the results. The process and the preparation is what matters. I'm sure you've done it to your best, and you will implement it to your best. That's all that matters. Go out there, give it your best, and make us proud. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.